Hello and welcome to All Joe's stream of Pish. Yep, that's right. It's that time of the month, time of the week even, because I'm doing it quite weekly recently, where I play a game that, let's just say, one of my favourites, even if it wasn't well reviewed back in the day. So today we're playing Stuntman on the PS2. Now, just let me know if there's been a couple of any problems with the audio levels. It sounds like the game might be a bit loud to me, but that's because I'm getting old. But anyway, we're going to play some Stuntman today. This is actually the first time I've played it for a long time, so I might be a bit rubbish. Adding to that is the fact that in order to even stream the bloody thing, oh, my bloody headphone fell out there. Right, in order to stream the thing, I've actually had to buy a component to HDMI converter, a wee cheapy thing off of Amazon, and it introduces some amount of lag. Anyway, let's put my name in. Oh no, wait, what am I doing? Everyone knows my name actually isn't Joe, it's Lee. So I know it takes a wee while for it to start showing up in the stream, so I'll leave it a couple of minutes before I start getting the chat involved. But, oh, actually, Raven Zombie, hello, here we go, yes, indeed. I'm actually kind of looking forward to hearing if anybody's actually played this game back in the day, and if so, was it any good? Did you like it? Like, you know, that's the big question, isn't it? So in case you've not played it, in case you don't know, this game is made by Reflections. They are the folk that made the Driver games back in the day. In fact, I think they did San Francisco as well, didn't they? Yes, Graham, I am Lee. The mystery has been solved. So it was made by Reflections, and I think they took a break from making Driver games, and instead of making games that were influenced by car chases, like, you know, the Driver games were, they thought, let's make a game that is actually about car chases, like being a movie star, a stuntman in movies, and, you know, we'll actually make a game about what we've been trying to emulate all this time. And I was right into that. So I quite like the idea that the whole career progression goes from this little indie gangster comedy set in London, and then the last film you do is a bloody James Bond film, because let's be honest, that's the reason that they made the game, is because they wanted to make a James Bond pastiche. Raven Zombie used to love this game. There was one level you couldn't seem to get past. I wonder what level that was. I have a sneaking suspicion it might be the first car chase in the James Bond rip-off, because that was a fucking nightmare. Anyway, this is the first Toothless and Whopping stunt. Toothless and Whopping is such a good name for a film. Obviously inspired by Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. Oh, right, okay, here we go. It's very exacting in this game. You have to do... Whoa. It's kind of like... You have to learn the levels a wee bit. Oh, even though I've not played this game in ages, I remember all this so well. Oh no, shit. It's going so well. Right, come on. What was that? What was I saying about lag? Eh? I missed that one, haven't I? Oh! Made it. Through the gap. Oh. I'm never going to get a hang of these handbrake turns, am I? Made it with the skin of my teeth. So, another thing I liked is the fact that the first car you drive is an obvious Ford Capri, which was one of my favourite cars for a long time. But hey, and I've earned it. I've earned the Ford Capri. And a ramp. And another ramp. Go to the next stunt. Because we're in Britain, the cars are right-hand drive, so we get left-hand drives over from Europe. HD cam. It's nice seeing the old HD cam logo for a TV geek like me. Thing is, I remember Driver 3, right, for all it gets slagged off, it had some amazing, like, high-quality FMV in it, and even though the faces look a bit weird, they really put a lot of effort into the CG in this game, like the CG scenes in this game. Escape to the docks with the safe in the back of the car. I need to do a 180 turn here, then stop close Oh, I remember this one being a bit difficult. You have to stop at the edge and then I think you drive off the edge, like you reverse and then we'll see. Is everybody hearing this okay, by the way? Like, are the levels alright? Can you hear my voice over the sound? Can you hear the sound right? Let me know. Oh, right, okay. Not the most exciting. There we go. Problem with a game like this is it's so intense that I haven't got my eye. There we go. I haven't got my eye in the chat much, so I need to sort of just catch up in the chat between levels. Because there's so much going on in this game. Whoa. Reverse. Ah, this is it. Ah! Right, okay. So I should probably look behind me at that point and not fall off the edge. One of the reasons this game got, not slated, but it got heavily criticised back when it first came out is because a lot of people didn't like the fact that it was a trial and error kind of game. You know, you do the level, you don't finish it until you learn it properly and actually get the hang of what you're meant to be doing, until eventually it becomes not quite memorization, but definitely didn't even hit the soul banana box. Oh, for fuck's sake. Awful, 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 awful. So you have to really like trial and error sort of Twitch games like this. Whoa! Yes! Made it. Oh. That was close. Game sound might need up. Okay. I'll put it up a couple of decibels then. How does that sound? I kind of want to watch the replay of that. Should we watch the replay? Even though the loading times are awful in this game. New car. And some barrels. Donkey Kong will be happy. In case anybody's wondering, by the way, I'm having a wee sip of the Macallan Gold tonight. A nice wee whiskey. It was either Scott or Andy that left it here. Right, here we go. Action. Let's see what this looked like. I remember being really impressed by the... I mean, the game does look good. You know, it's a good looking wee game, especially for the PS2. A lot of detail. They put a lot of work into the textures and stuff in this game. I love the fact that I missed the entire crate, like the entire... Oh, there we go. It's literally that scene in Father Ted with the boxes and the milk cart. I almost fell off the edge here as well. Whoa. I love this game, I really do. I think the thing I like about it the most is because I went through a phase when this game first came out of really loving car chase movies and car races and stuff, and I just felt like this game was like, was it wish fulfillment, you know?
I drive up and over a dumpster, making sure I get enough speed into the jump to make a wreck of the car.
It does look good. I know the wee people walking about look a bit stiffly animated, but I don't know. I'm kind of impressed with the way this game looks. You know, cliffhanger ending, Johnny. Literally. Stratford, I think you've got the wrong team there. I think you're thinking about another infamous Scottish video game enthusiast media personalities. Oh, there we go. I seem to remember this one being pretty tough. Oh. Right, as I've said, I have not played this game since, well, for years and years and years and years. That is too slow. I remember the director in this being like a total arsehole. That was another thing as well. You play through 6 films in this game, and the director's the same in every single film. Raven Zombie, you wish a sequel of it? A sequel was announced. Well, there was a sequel on the PS3, wasn't there? There was Stuntman Ignition, which I never ever played, which is shocking because I absolutely love this game, you know? Whoa! Almost hit Rio and his forklift there. Whoa! Past the Rozzers. Whoa! Into the back of the lorry. Right, come on. Where am I going?
Through the roadworks. Into the tunnel. Overtake.
One of the things I liked about this game back in the day was like there was a difference between doing what was required and actually looking good while you do it, you know? Like when you learn the levels well enough, you can actually anticipate what's coming next. Missed that. Oh no! Oh, wrecked the car. You can anticipate it and actually make it look like a proper movie scene rather than just like some mad idiot like going out of his way to bash into every pile of boxes and stuff. You had the PS3 one, exactly like this one. See, that sounds good to me. I like the only lorry in the yard and I hit it. Yeah, no, Graham. It reminds me of it reminds me of a story about my mum driving. Right, there's once. Well, she's never going to watch this, so she won't mind me telling you all this, right? Basically, there was once where she was in a car park, right? She gets into the car and she reverses out the car park. And it's a giant car park, huge car park, right? And there's only one other car in the entire car park and it's miles away from her car. And she manages to hit the only other car in the car park. She was absolutely, like, so embarrassed for, like, weeks afterwards, you know? And we're all like, Mum, Andy could do it, Andy could do it. And obviously, we knew that only her could do it. Only she. Oh, this bit's tricky. Made it. Through the gap. Aye, big finish. Oh, missed it. This is the joy of this game though. You need to get into the spirit of restarting and restarting. Maybe if I drink some more whiskey, that'll help. My mum would kill me if she knew that I told that story to a bunch of people on the internet. Mrs. Lee. It's got one of my favourite things from the Driver games in this. Well, up until Driver 3, which was a bit rubbish. Basically, in Driver, when you're driving about and you almost hit a crowd of people, they always run out your way. And it's so cool how that happens, because it just makes it much more exciting looking, rather than just hit them and they end up dying in your bonnet, you know. So obviously, because this game's meant to be set in a film set, they're all actors and they all get out of your way, which is just genius, genius. Look, see? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. No, I'm gonna miss it, I'm not. The car even stopped just to let me overtake it. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna make that one. Through the gap. Ah! For fuck's sake. I dumpstered that civilian. Wapping looks very different to this now. Has it been gentrified? Or has it been just like knocked down? R2. Right, this time folks, this time.
Up the jetty, hit the life ring. Through the warehouse, hit the trash cans. Into the warehouse.
By the way folks, unlike last week when I was babysitting by myself, I'm no longer on baby duty. So even if Jamie starts crying, I don't actually need to finish the stream. Probably should, because it's what a good dad would do, and I'm a good dad, but I don't need to, so I'm all yours tonight. I'm all yours tonight, folks, I'm all yours. Whoa! Oh, I picked the wrong way around that car there, didn't I? Not the most exciting. I remember there was a couple of reviews back in the day that were like, oh, Stuntman, if you thought Burnout's damage was great. Whoa, there we go. Did it. If you thought Burnout's damage was great, wait till you play this. Now, obviously, that's a load of rubbish because the crashes aren't quite as spectacular as they are in Burnout. But I think it's still, I don't know, I think there's a lot of charm to the way this game looks. Next stunt. I think this one, I seem to remember right, this one's the police chase, where you go in the police car. Oh, by the way, this whiskey is amazing. Again, I don't know whether it was Scott or Andy that left it at my house, but very glad they did.
In this sequence, I drive a police car
There we go.
chasing one of the densest gangsters around warehouses. I need to stick close the whole time to make it look right. At the end of the stunt, I have to ram the lead car into the river.
Oh, I remember this one. You have to time it pretty well, otherwise you just go straight into the river. Alright, well, here goes nothing.
Toothless, scene 24. Take one. Give chase. Between the cars.
Here we go.
Stick with him.
This police car's handles like a fucking ton of bricks. Oh.
Cut. That's way too slow.
You think? Graham, don't bother phoning the police. You know why? Because in this level, I'm the police. Alright? Graham, I like that you on Twitter tonight and before you've admitted that, like me, you know the London A to Z off the back of your hand because of the getaway.
Cars. Stick with him.
Awful. Absolutely awful. I think he went this way, didn't he? Yes, he did. Caught up to me. I think he slowed down to let me. The director told the actors, by the way, folks, the guy who's driving the police car, he's a wee bit slow, so just take it easy on him.
Through the warehouse. Into the boxes.
Ho ho.
Stick with him. Left of the first container.
Oh, right of the second.
Right of the second.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Left again. Under the crane.
Oh, made it.
Into the lead car.
Right, come on. Yes! Oh, no, 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 no!
Cut. New take.
So close. That's the problem in this. You have to hit it, but also brake at the same time. Raven Zombie, honestly, if you can source the PS3 game, I'd recommend it. It was just like this, but more bombastic. That sounds good to me.
Give chase.
I'm definitely going to have to give that a try, because I don't know what it is, but I've been in a real sort of car chase game kind of mood. I don't know what it is about it. And a lot of games that have, you know, like Grand Theft Auto and stuff like that, that have car chase levels in them, they don't quite have that same feeling to them. They don't feel that you're actually driving in a car chase, you know, a lot of the time. Maybe Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto 5 has I should really finish that game. It's got a lot of sort of scripted moments, you know. Oh ho!
Stick with him.
Not meant to end just yet. I seem to remember that if you hit it too early and too hard, then the director just goes, cut!
Right of the second. Left again. Under the crane.
Might watch this replay back, this is quite good.
Into the lead car.
No, come on. Oh yes! That's how the police do it in London. Just knock you into the river. Knock you into the Thames. Where your car floats. Because the water's pretty much solid. Let's watch the replay, why not, eh? Johnny Dijon. I think that stunt driver you shunted into the river has a decent claim against the studio. I think so too. You can tell the folk who made this game really love like car chase movies and stuff, because like this kind of shot, you know, that's all very car chasey, you know. This is like the most boring fucking sponsored by Soulman. It's like, right, this stuff looks good when they hide how slow the cars are going, because that's the thing about stunts in like real films, is a lot of the time the cars are not going as fast as you think they are. I don't know how many of you have seen like the making of features on the Where Is the Lost Ark DVD. Because look at this, absolutely awful. Anyway, Where Is the Lost Ark? You know, the truck chase. There's a great bit in the making of where they're showing some of the behind the scenes stuff, and they're going at about 5 miles an hour or whatever, but because they've got the camera so close to the ground and with a big wide angle lens on it, oof, dead. It makes it look like they're going a lot faster than they actually are, and it's tricks like that that really, you know. Oh, is there one more to do in this? I thought that was the last one in the Tooth of the Walking. I would have walked out of this movie after that stop in the corner of the room. Yeah, I would have too, Raven Zombie. Listen, this is a low budget indie gangster movie, right? Okay? This isn't even Guy Ritchie. Right, I missed what he was saying because I was too busy talking. I think this is one of the ones where you have to press the L1 button at the right time to roll the car or something. Oh, excuse me, I'm just shifting my ass a wee bit because I'm getting a wee bit slow.
This is one of the final scenes in the film.
Oh yeah, the black car.
The dentist's white van.
I remember this. It's all coming back to me.
I cannon roll the car as the van rams me. If I mess up the timing, I'll wreck the car, but we won't be able to use the footage.
Ultimatum there. I seem to remember one of like a wee touch they've got in this game is that every time you restart the level, the registration on the I might be talking pish here because I don't actually know this, but I think the registration changes each time because obviously you've wrecked the car. We'll test that theory out, alright? I'm trying. Oh no. Which way did I go? This way? Wrong way. You know what? I think I might actually try playing this in first person because I think it might be a bit easier to see where I'm going. There we go. Right. Maybe I may have a bit of an easier time now. Oh, there we go. Right in the thick of the action now. I see. Right, okay. I can see it goes this way now. What boxes? Okay, I can't even see in now, so... Oh. This is the worst stunt movie you'll ever see. Where was I going? Where was I going there? Right, stick to third person. That's the moral of that story. We drink a whiskey. Music was pretty cool in this game. Definitely captured the spirit of each of the films that they were pastiching. I'll keep up with you, you bastard. No! This way, isn't it? Yes, that's it. That truck. Too slow. I definitely chose the wrong game to stream, didn't I? Like, most people would choose a game that they can just play through from the start to the end in a winner. But no, I had to go and choose a game that genuinely involves me restarting the same level over and over and over again until I do it pretty much perfectly. There we go. Yes. Wrong truck. Oh. That's a heavy car. Too slow. See, a lot of people would say games like this are quite frustrating. But for me, this is like the satisfaction of inching further and further forward through a level until you finally perfect it. That appeals to me in a big way. It's the same reason I like shmups, like Gradius 5 and Ikaruga, is like each time you play it, you inch your way forward a bit more until finally you've mastered it. Although I don't think anybody can truly claim that they've mastered Ikaruga. Ikaruga doesn't let anybody master it. You need to remember not to go over ramps too quickly, because if you do, you just end up overcooking it. You have to have that nice gentle touch. Too slow. Too gentle. That's too busy being gentle, that's the problem. We'll get it. We'll get it, folks. We'll get it. I need some encouragement here. Chat's gone dead. This time. This time.
Keep up with the van.
Using too much brake and not enough handbrake. So that was a massive cough there. Sorry, folks.
Get close to the truck.
Get close to the truck.
Around the truck. Onto the platform. Through the box. Dodge the ball.
Oh! Sorry, Rio. Wait, where am I going? Oh yeah, this bit you can take pretty much as long as you want, can't you? Because the truck's gone.
Under the ladder.
Poor ladder guy, sorry. There we go.
Cannon roll. And cut.
Did I make it? Oh, 80%, there you go. Should we watch that back, or should we? Nah, we'll just continue through, because watching it back will just show you how... Alright, I was like, that car's loaded in a wrong way, but I realise now it's because you're meant to knock over the car like a domino. That poor forklift driver's quick to go to his union. Johnny Dijon, I think the devs at Treasure would be in tears if you compare Stunt Driver to Ikaruga. I think you might be right. Right, this is the sound of a bottle of whiskey being opened.
You know, being us is what's letting us down. I told you, I don't like roses and I don't like milky tea.
I loved these trailers back in the day.
People and say cool stuff and the money. Make the biggest mistake of their lives. I'll tell you, it's easy as chip shop Sheena. Nothing's gonna go wrong. I shouldn't even be driving. We're supposed to be taking it in turns. It's a getaway, right?
Captured my greatest moment there, hitting the corner. I kind of want to see this movie. I don't know what it is about it.
He's an East End freak. He can smell his money. Toothless in Wapping.
See that bit in the text that says you're going to get filled in? Do you think that's placeholder text that they haven't actually properly replaced with anything? They haven't filled it in with the proper text yet. I do want to see this movie. Johnny Dijon, the final cut of this movie is going to be rough. Wayne Catlin, you lads, oh my days, I've had to stop listening to your podcast when I'm jogging. I can't run and belly laugh at the same time. Basses are too funny. Thanks, Wayne. I love you and stuff like that. I used to listen to Two Good Boys at the gym, but I can't anymore because I'm pretty sure I would kill myself, because there's once I was trying to squat some fairly heavy weight on my back, and I forget exactly what they were talking about, but I honestly almost like crushed myself under the weight because I lost control of my diaphragm just laughing so much, you know. Graham, if only the trailer had the bit where you're dragging the forklift around. Right, what am I meant to do here again? Top car, okay. Right, here goes, wish me luck. I remember these bits being my least favourite bits of the whole game. Like between each film you do like you make some extra cash at the stunt show. And they're always a bit shit. I mean, that's when you just hold X, don't you? So I'm just holding X. Okay, so you don't hold X all the way. You just have to let go. Can I skip this bit? Ugh, I hate these bits. I remember there's one of these stunts where there's like a whole team of you. You're part of like a group of 4 stunt drivers. And it was just murder, absolute murder. I tried a bit less gas that time, but clearly the crowd go wild. Going wild for my blood, they're booing me. Imagine you went to a stunt show, right? And the stunt driver came out, and like every time he tried, like you would try the stunt and it would fail, and like right, have the reset. 2 hours later, let's try again. This time, surely. Oh no! Graham, does that say dirty burger? I think it does. How many can you eat? You can tell the folk that made this game were British because there's a lot of little jokes like that in the game, you know. Right, I think the secret is if I stop accelerating and put the gas back on now. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm gonna kill somebody. I'm actually gonna kill somebody. At least I didn't miss the ramp. That's true. It's true, Johnny. At least there's no forklift drivers around in this level. This could be it all night. This could be my Richie Plays Dark Souls, this level, right? This one fucking level. Oh my god. Battle damaged. Missed the first half and the load time's killing Joe yet. They're not killing me, but the fact that I'm having to restart this fucking stunt over and over again is... Pablo, hi Joe, I played this demo disc to real actual terrible death. Yes, there were 2 demos of this game, right? The first one came with PlayStation Magazine and it was one of the Indiana Jones levels. And it was alright. But the demo that I loved and I played over and over and over again, I went into game and they were giving away free demos of it, and it was one of the what's the name of it? Whooping and Hollering. You know, the one that's a bit like I was going to say Starsky and Hutch. You know the one I'm talking about, the one that's set in America, the Wild West kind of thing. And there's a level set in that film, and that was the one that really made me want to buy this game. I was obsessed with it. I played it over and over and over again, to the point where I absolutely perfected that level. Raven Zombie, I'm glad this game came out when it did. Can you imagine the reviews if it came out today? The Dark Souls of Forza. It's true, like, you don't really get games like this anymore. It was quite a brave thing for them to do. Like, imagine the team that made Driver 1 and 2, like, I mean, Driver 2 was alright, but Driver 1 was a huge smash hit. Imagine, right, you'd made these 2 pretty incredible games that were huge sellers, then you decided to change the whole, like, you decided to do something almost completely different, you know? Dukes of Hazzard, that's it, that's the one. It's funny because actually the Dukes of Hazzard, that was on last night on Comedy Central. I didn't bother watching it because I put it on like for 5 minutes just to see because I'd never saw it back in the day. And it was awful. It was the film, you know, the one with Johnny Knoxville in it. I also never saw... He did it! 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 I'm so happy. I never actually saw the TV series ever. Anyway, I turned it off after like 2 minutes because it was embarrassingly bad. Oh, cool car. Oh, here we go. Whooping and hollering, just as I was saying. It's now Toothless and Whopping, but still a good name.
We're gonna use nitro for this stunt. That's nitrous oxide.
Cheers for explaining that.
Inject it directly into the cylinders to increase horsepower. With the setup we're working on, we're looking to boost the HP from 375 to 525 to clear the jump.
A whooping and a hollering when the law's arm just ain't long enough. This is it, this is the level from the demo I was just talking about. So I played this level about 1,000,000 times before the game even came out. Johnny Deschamps, seriously, who's naming these films? Well, the thing is, I remember the James Bond one's called Live Twice for Tomorrow, which is a really good name for a James Bond film. It's so on the nose as far as James Bond parodies go. And that could be an Austin Powers name, Live Twice for Tomorrow. Sorry about the load times, folks. I probably should have soft modded my PS2 so I could load the game off a USB or something. Ah, well. Oh, that fucking director again. Oh, here it goes. Aim for the chimney. Oh, yes. Still got it, folks. Oh, this is a tough one. Oh, got it. Why is that one shed on fire? What's going on there? Ah, shit. Missed that. At least I went over the trailer. Wrong way. Battle damage is not the true experience with minute-long load times. It's part of the infuriating charm. Well, actually, the first time I played the full version of this game was actually at my pal's house, and he had a chipped PS2, and we were playing it off like a copy, like a CDR, and the loading times were absolutely atrocious, you know? I don't know why it was. I think it was just because it must have been something to do with the type of disc it was or whatever. It was just taking fucking ages to load. So it was actually a solid minute or two each time we pressed restart. And I know the load times in this are bad, but I'm not that bad. Yes. Poor chicken there. Even the chickens are taught to dive out the way of the cars. Stunt chickens. Through this solitary burning shed again. Why is it on fire? What's going on there? Oh no! Hit the telephone post. No. I won't be watching the replay of this.
Right turn, head for the crossing.
Right. We're going to make it to the end, folks. We're going to make it to the end.
Get close to the explosion.
Oh, that explosion.
Hard left through traffic.
Oh, wrong way.
Wrong way.
Wrong way. We all had a mate that could chip in. It's funny actually, I should mention that because Scott, for the next podcast, he's doing a prestige feature where he investigates the first PlayStation chipper from the bars in Glasgow. So look forward to that. A true BitSocket first and exclusive.
Right through the fence. Make the jump.
This car is so heavy, but it's exactly what you expect in a film like this. I think that must have been another reason they wanted to make this game rather than another driver. Because in the driver games, at least the first two, because you couldn't like go and steal cars and stuff, you were kind of stuck with a smaller selection of cars to play as in the actual, you know, story of the game, as it were. I'm not even going to bother. I'm just going to jump over the trailer. Oh. Well, that went well. So, but in this game, what I'm saying, like, because they change it up and give you like 6 different films and loads of different scenes, it means that they can really give you a huge selection of cars to play as, which is quite clever.
Get close to the explosion. Hard left through traffic.
Ah! Wait,
Hard right
through
through the
here, over the pool.
jump the pool. Stay left of the second. Through the fence and hard right.
Hard right. Oh, okay, that way.
Between the cars. Left, head to the garage.
Back in the day,
Close to the explosion.
I used to be able to do this level like muscle memory, you know, like I didn't even have to look at the screen.
Chimney.
Oh!
Under the second.
Cheated that last one there.
Through the billboard. Jump the river.
Oh, that billboard. Right, okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Through the sheriff's face.
Head left. Back onto the road.
Right, folks, here it comes.
Accelerate to make the jump. Get ready for the nitro.
Here it comes.
Now.
Oh, we made it.
Stop.
I'll stop.
And cut.
I don't think you're meant to land upside down, but we need to watch this back. We need to watch this replay. Just to see how bad it is. View replay, here we go. Wayne, Catlin, are Reflections still in business? I don't know if they are. I think they got absorbed into whoever bought them at the time. Driver San Francisco, I'm pretty sure it was technically the same team that made the game, but it wasn't. They weren't called Reflections anymore. But I don't know how true that is. So don't quote me. Fuck Driver, I want a new Destruction Derby, Battle Royale with cars. It's madness that isn't already happening. Graham, a perfect landing. Yes, perfect indeed. Here we go. Like, this first train jump went well. Straight through, yes. This next one, not so much. Why is that shed on fire though? Like, did they explain that? Why is the shed on fire? The first of many perfect landings. The Wreckfest for Destruction Derby. Is that like a spiritual sequel then? Kind of like the Road Rash one? What's the Road Rash one called? Road Revenge or something? Or Revenge Rash? Is that like a dog running across the road there? Look. The music in this level is really good. I think whoever, the music in the whole game actually is great. That's like a perfect movie slide there, like properly over the top. Sheds and fire because it's a moonshine distillery. Graham, clearly you've been listening and I haven't, so thanks for that. Well, here we go, big jump, the big landing. Yes! That's cool. That's not so cool. Right, next stunt. Here we go. I seem to remember this being quite a short movie, this one. It's only a few scenes.
This is for the corkscrew jump we're doing next. It's pretty complex, and the computers use NASA technology to work out the speed and trajectory.
Corkscrew jump. Right, folks. What's the James Bond movie with the corkscrew jump in it? Don't look at the internet. I can't. I'm trying to think which one it was. It wasn't Diamonds Are Forever because that was a Sean Connery one. I'm pretty sure it was a Roger Moore one, wasn't it? That had the corkscrew jump in it. I can't remember which one it is, and it's killing me that I can't remember. Live and Let Die. Was that the one? Somebody please confirm, because I'm too busy playing Stuntman to look up on the internet. Oh, I remember this one being pretty hard because the car driving, even though it's got a good top speed, it's got a really crap acceleration, so if you make any mistakes, it just takes ages to catch up. One of the great things about the corkscrew jump in that James Bond movie is the fact that there's like a, I'm pretty sure there's like a sound effect that they add.
Scene 9, take 1.
Oh, good music.
Chase the car. Get close and overtake. Through the roadworks and over the jump.
You have to let go of the accelerator when you go up ramps, because if you don't, you just end up with your nose pointing upwards and you don't land properly. You actually can't go too fast in this, because if you do, you end up just bashing it in the back of him. Probably could have done that a bit better, rather than doing a 3-point turn around there, pretty much. Oh, that was a bit hairy. Not quite close enough. I think I'll go through the shed, don't I? That's it. Oh, out of the way.
Jump over the roadblock.
Oh.
Smash through the fence. Jump over the fence.
I think we're getting close to the end now, aren't we?
180 handbrake.
Oh. That was a bit of a shit handbrake turn there. Here it comes.
Over the corkscrew. And cut.
Hey, I did that first time. I did that first time. We need to watch that back, because I did that first time, folks. Right, wait a minute, what have you been saying? So, we don't know what film it is, but the slide whistle was the pigeon. The pigeon does a double take. I need to watch all the James Bond movies again. You definitely wouldn't have a slide whistle in any of the Daniel Craig movies, would you? It's a really good scene, this. Pretty well shot. Oof! Pretty close to that van. Right, okay, maybe I could have done that corner a bit better. The pigeon's performance outshone Roger, probably. The pigeon was probably younger than Roger Moore. Or older, I don't know. I'm trying to make a joke there, but backfired. That's the story of my life. That's what they're going to put in my gravestone, folks. They'll put, he was trying to make a joke, but it backfired. Here lies Joe, the straight man of BitSocket. The Ernie Wise to Scott's Eric Morecambe. That one of the things that kind of was a bit of a detriment to the replays in this was how twitchy the handling is. So you see the wheels go like full lock right, then back to neutral, then full lock, then back to neutral. Whee! Good stuntman, that policeman, getting out of the way. Right, here we're ready for the world's slowest handbrake turn. You ready for this, folks? Pretty much a stop and 3-point turn in the road. Actually, it didn't look as bad in replay. Right, here goes. Ready to whistle. Nice. Blimey, Stuntman, the ultimate rental game back when rental games were a thing, says Grasser233. Man, remember rental games? Remember how rental PlayStation games, like PlayStation 1 games, had like their own special boxes? I remember when I used to work in a video game shop, I used to get them traded in all the time. I'd always wonder, what's the legality of that? Like, am I allowed to take this in? What's, you know?
I'm driving as Heinous here. The most complex parts of this stunt.
Oh, here we go.
Driving
on top of a
dropping into the
train.
flatbed and at the end getting off the bridge in time to avoid the train, but doing it late enough to make it look good.
Uncharted 2, eat your heart out. This is the true pinnacle of video game train scenes coming up. Ready, folks? A whooping. Scene 12. Oh, handling this is pretty twitchy, but obviously not twitchy enough. No, missed it. Missed it. Back to the loading scene. Raven Zombie, never mind just train scenes, this is the pinnacle of cinematic video games. And the perfect example of games being art. You're right. By the way, while I've got you here, folks, next week, BitSocket issue 3, featuring reviews of, oh, for fuck's sake, featuring reviews of Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker. Scott's been playing, is it Lion? Fuck off, the Lion's Song. And we've also got, I think I'm going to be, well, I said this last week, I'm going to try and make a video about Genki Video Games, who they made the Shotoku Battle series. And we're also going to bring back the Cheap Game Challenge, which was a video. I don't know how many of you actually have watched any of the old BitSocket videos, but there's once we did this video called the Cheap Game Challenge, where me and Scott went into a video game shop and we bought Bomberman at Zero for like £3 or something and played it. And that was like the feature was, oh, we buy a game, we play it. That's it. Yes, God, made it. Oh, that's a tough bit. There we go. Right, what was I saying? Cheap Game Challenge, aye. So this time, how the fuck was I meant to do that, eh? The car needs a wash. Car needs a new fucking boot. What was I saying? Aye, so this time, Cheap Game Challenge, me and Scott have both went to different video game shops, and the rule is we've each bought a game with a price limit of £5, and we're going to both play the game. We don't know what game we've bought, right? Well, we know what game we've bought, we don't know what game each other's bought. We play the games together on video, and then we decide which one's the best, and whatever one's the best, the winner gets the change from the tenner. Which I think actually, it makes sense. That's like more of a feature, isn't it? Rather than just buy a game and play the game, because that's what everybody does, isn't it? Buy games and play them. Unless you're YouTube celebrities, in which case you get games sent to you. It doesn't happen to us much.
Hit the table.
I am missing absolutely everything here. I'm just hitting all the lampposts. Right, through there, through there.
Car wash. Get ahead of the train.
Ahead of the train.
Cut.
Ah.
That's way too slow.
I might have to try a different tactic here. The tactic is drink more whiskey. Oh yeah, pig. That's good.
Rolling.
Is it a commentary on commercialism? But cheat game challenge? It might just be.
Through the roadworks. Aim for the train.
They're not current gen. Oh, for fuck's sake. Into the river.
Going.
Into the absolutely solid mud river. I hope in scene 12.
Rolling. Through the gap. Through the roadworks. Aim for the train.
If anybody missed the beginning of the stream,
Get to the flatbed.
you'll miss my excuse for my shit driving, right? Because I'm using a component to HDMI converter to get the footage here. So there's a wee bit of lag involved, which means, you know, I can blame any bad driving on that. I missed the table, between the cars,
Through the car wash.
through the car wash. There we go. Oh, for fuck's sake, what happened there? Potholes here are worse than Glasgow. No, I did not get put in front of the train, did I? I have to wait for the train. This way.
Drive between the trains.
Between the trains. Oh,
Cut. Into the vehicle.
that was the hardest bit. You should try the co-op on Super One More Jump. Only a £5 on the eShop. Dead. Yeah. The thing is, like,
Through the gap.
a lot of the stuff in this game, you know, is quite accurate to filmmaking in that, you know, they've got actual cameramen dotted around the place and, you know, stuff like that, and there's a lot of artifice involved, but the idea that they expect a stuntman to do an entire scene in one go
Come on, get it right.
and not give them any protection against an actual fucking train running into them goes against reality somewhat. I fucking love this game though, like I really do love it.
Rolling.
Right, here goes. This time.
Through the gap.
I can feel it. Feel it in my bones.
Through the roadworks. Aim for the train.
Doesn't matter, doesn't matter, we can just chase the train. That's why the ramp's there. We can do it.
Onto the platform. Off the end.
We can do it.
Slow.
Johnny Dijon, that's how Tom Cruise does it. One take, Tom. Tom Cruise, I mean, for all that he's a fucking asshole in real life, he's good in movies. Let's be honest. That's why the Mission Impossible movies are actually quite watchable, because he does all these amazing stunts and stuff.
Through the gap.
Right, come on, this time. Top of the train.
Through the roadworks. Aim for the train.
Yes! Made it.
Get to the flatbed. Onto the platform. Off the end.
Oh, we're going too fast now.
Between the cars.
There.
Through the side.
You got a sensible speed.
Hit the table. Between the cars.
I will hit the table.
Through the car wash.
Looks like I was stopping for a car wash. Right, see that fucking hole? Ah, I missed it. Nah.
Cut. That's too slow.
Raven Zombie, MI is actually my favourite film series if you forget 2 is a thing. Well, 2, for all its ridiculousness, it's got some really good stunts in it, really good, like, amazing action sequences, right? But here's the thing, for folk that slag off Mission Impossible 2 for being some really stupid action movie, which it is, that's kind of what the series has become now. So it's funny that everything that folk like about the new films is what 2 was, but I've fucked this up right from the start here. No way I'm going to jump in the train. That train's away to fucking... Wayne Catlin 2 wasn't a bad film, it just didn't feel like an MI film, the tone was all wrong. Aye, it was a bit kind of tonally all over the place. And the script was, I mean, it was stupid. But, I mean, I would definitely say that Mission Impossible 4 and 5 were both, like, dumb movies, you know? Like, really dumb movies. 3 was kind of silly as well, but not dumb. So I'd say, like, 2, 4 and 5 are all dumb movies. I think dumb movies are more prevalent nowadays as well. I went to see Jurassic World the other week, you know, the new one, and that's a fucking dumb movie, like really dumb. Full of big, stupid, dumb things happening.
Between the cars. Through the car wash. Get ahead of the train.
Oh, I need to get ahead of the train. That did not work out well. MI2, the theme was by Limp Bizkit, There Are No Excuses. You're right, it was by Limp Bizkit, so yeah, no, that makes it a terrible movie.
Through the gap. Through the roadworks. Aim for the train.
There we go.
Get to
Did
the
it.
flatbed. Onto the platform.
Oh no! The corner of my... my front bumper just caught the side of the...
Cut. Get another vehicle ready.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Raven Zombie, I don't hate 2, I see what John Woo was trying. The series has never really tried to be smart. There's just something off about 2. Nah, 2, I mean, 2 is definitely the sort of outlier of the series. I think my favourite's still 1 though. Like, Mission Impossible 1 is still a great sort of spy thriller. Like, twisty-turny, but not too twisty. And a couple of really good set-piece action moments in it as well. And also not like James Bond had the sort of save the world thing going on, whereas Mission Impossible 1 was quite a small movie, and was quite good about it, you know? It was like proper spy stuff in a lot of ways. Really, I still like Mission Impossible 1 a lot. And I'd say it's the best in the series.
Through the car wash. Get ahead of the train.
Oh, we made it! We made it! We made it.
Drive between the trains.
Between the trains. Yes! There we go.
Follow the tracks.
Made it.
Over the bridge. Dodge the train.
Which way? Which way? Wrong way.
And cut.
Clearly. Right. Need to remember. Go to the left of the train. YouTuber I watched talked about it best, Patrick H. Williams. Ah, yeah, Patrick H. Williams. I've watched a few of his videos. He says some really clever things and makes some really good videos, but he's also part of a genre of YouTube video that I fucking hate, which is sanctimonious guys doing video essays.
Aim for the train.
It's just a thing that I hate.
Get to the flatbed. Onto the platform.
He also does that thing where he talks like this, and at the end of every sentence, he sounds like he's asking a question, and it's really annoying.
Hit the table. Between the cars. Through the car wash. Get ahead of the
I
train.
realise the irony of me right now saying that I'm annoyed by people who like the sound of their own voice too much when I'm just talking to an empty room right now. I will just nip that in the bud. But no, I do like that guy. I do like his stuff. I like his, he did a good video about Batman Mask of the Phantasm, and that's like one of my favourite Batman movies, and he really does a good, it's a really good like sort of defence of it being one of the best depictions of Batman.
Roadworks. Aim for the train.
like cinematically. Another good video of this is about Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, which is one of my favourite films ever. Definitely one of the best films I ever saw at the cinema. But for the longest time, that was the film that I held up as my absolute favourite. Stop talking about films and play the game, Joe, you cunt. Ah, this is an absolute nightmare. The only way I'm getting ahead of this train if I go between them. Any other YouTubers that you'd like me to make fun of? It's all coming out now. I've had a few glasses of whiskey now, so this is it. Unfiltered Joe. Oh. No, we're doing it again. Wayne Catlin. I like Crouching Tiger, but from that genre, I prefer House of Flying Daggers. Absolutely love that film. House of Flying Daggers is amazing as well. I would say that the reason I prefer Crouching Tiger is because there's a lot less artifice in it. Like, obviously, it's a wire-through film, like a wushu film with lots of wire work in it, but it's definitely, I don't know, it's not realistic, it's not the word I'm trying to, natural, it feels natural, whereas House of Flying Daggers, absolutely love it, but it's definitely a lot more theatrical, a lot more like proper, it's like art, and it knows that it's art, you know, whereas Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon's meant to be a bit more naturalistic and convincing, I suppose, that's what I'm trying to say. Also, I think Crouching Tiger's it's a lot more subtle in its storytelling. Very subtle, wee love story. The House of Flying Daggers. Hero as well. I don't know if you've seen Hero, but it's really good as well. And those are like that's like the three main wushu films that I've seen. There's a lot of other ones obviously, but those are the ones the three that have stuck with me the most. I think we're gonna have to watch this scene back, folks, because that was alright. Or should we just go into the next film? I seem to remember the next film being pretty good. Oh, it's got a cool looking car. Let's just go to the next film. Wayne Catlin, I think that's why I prefer it ever so slightly more fantastical. Yeah, no, that's true. It's a lovely looking film, and it's got some of the really good like sequences in it. There's another thing as well. There's a lot of CG in it, and it's got that sort of Hong Kong cinema shit CG, which is fine for the film because it's not really meant to look realistic. But Crouching Tiger and Dragon there's nothing unconvincing about the way it looks. It's perfect. I like how they didn't use one of my shit takes where I just fell off the train. And then a bit for I dodged the chimney. What? The music in this trailer's a bit rubbish, isn't it?
Before Heinous' slow whiskey with the sheriff's own help blows a hole right through the middle of Palm Creek.
Dead.
With the Basco boys taking the heat for it as usual.
Just look what they done in my town. Hot damn, he just ain't thinking of quitting.
I think I prefer Toothless and Morton. Toothless in Wapping. Yeah, I think they sort of phoned it in with that trailer, eh? Wayne Catlin, what's your favourite film/films, Joe? Oof, big question. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is one of my favourites. I actually went to see one of my all-time favourites at the cinema last week, which was Yellow Submarine. I used to watch that film all the time when I was little, and it really does hold up really well. It's an amazing film. What else do I like? Love Superman 1 and 2. I used to love Star Wars when I was wee, but I've really went off Star Wars recently. Probably the best film that I've seen at the pictures was There Will Be Blood, but I've only seen that once because it was so good I never went to watch it again. I'll continue thinking about this and we'll get back to that. Oh! See, this is better than that fucking cannonball. Did I get it through? What was I meant to do there? Okay, well we got it through. There we go. Next stunt. There's a difference between favourite films and best films that I've seen though. Like, there's a lot of films that I've watched over and over and over again, which I would say are like my favourites, but I wouldn't consider them great films by any means. Initial D, the live action movie, like, it's very hard to stick up for that film, but I've watched it about 1,000,000 times. I'd say Princess Bride's probably one of my favourite films ever. Probably one of the funniest films I've ever seen, and it's one of those ones that reminds me of being wee. The book's amazing as well.
We're going to do a complex crowd scatter in an interior next.
Blood Oath. Take back what I said about how good the CG scenes were in this, because look at that face. Graham Amofsky, good to see you tamed the train. Thanks for watching, Graham. Glad you could join us.
Blood Oath is a hard-edged thriller. Here we've got rival gangs fighting for control of the Bangkok streets. The actor I double for is racing against
Jamie Fox, is it you or Scott who loves Summer Wars? Actually, we both love Summer Wars, and I think it was probably him that replied to you on Twitter. But it was I think Scott got into those films because it was me that kind of got them. Like, The Girl Let Through Time, Summer Wars, and Wolf Children were the three big ones from Hosoda, who directed them all. And it was, I think I'd lent him Summer Wars on Blu-ray. And then recently, I don't know if you've seen The Boy and the Beast, which is his. It was the last film of his that came out on DVD here. Anyway, it's a great film. If you have not seen it yet, it's really, really good.
Overtake through the barrier.
Oofed. I don't think the director want me to do that. I think I go back through the barrier now, don't I? Oh, fucking hell. Right. We're not doing well here.
Overtake. Cut. Too slow.
Jamie, not seen Wolf Children? Oofed. You need to watch Wolf Children. It's a toss up between that. Actually, you know what? All of his films, all of that director's films are, there's a strong argument for each one of them being his best one. So I would say definitely watch Boy and the Beast and Wolf Children. I don't tend to watch anime series that much. I don't have a huge amount of time right now. But anime films, I love watching anime movies. And his films, and also Makoto Shinkai, his movies as well, or her movies, can't remember whether it's a man or woman, are just incredible. Shinkai's films are like 15 or 5 centimeters per second. I think he's the one that did Your Name as well, which came out last year, which you should probably watch if you've not seen it. we're thinking about introducing a feature on the new next issue of the magazine, a written feature called Weeb Corner, where we review some anime. I've recently been watching the Initial D, the new trilogy, the ones that they brought out recently. It's like a remake of the first few chapters of the manga, but in a completely new style with a new voice cast and, crucially, no Eurobeat, which is a crime. But does that make it a bad series? We'll see. Read my review to find out more. I'm doing really badly here. I think maybe I've had too much whiskey. Like, the optimal amount of whiskey was a few glasses ago. Oh! Oh yeah, fuck, I never saw that guy coming. Absolutely not. Absolutely not happening. I would watch this movie though, like a hard-edged Asian gangster thriller with a car chase through the highways of whatever city this is set in. You're damn right, sign me up for that. Johnny Dijon, Eurobeat is criminally undervalued. Eurobeat, like, I can't stick up for it as a genre of music because it's absolutely terrible. However, I do listen to it when I'm running, and it really does help. I keep on forgetting that bloody car. Right, okay, here we go, here we go. This time. I'm not going to bother overtaking that car because I'm going to miss it. Up the ramp. I've been skating along a bit. I've been skating along all the vehicles I've seen so far, so I can't even think right now. Oh, that was close. Ah, oh, too slow. Too much whiskey? It's not possible. It is possible, Wayne. It is definitely possible, especially if you're a lightweight like me. Johnny Dijon, any chance of another Richard Jack feature in the podcast? You know what? I've actually been thinking about a Richard Jack feature, but I've been thinking about a Richard Jack feature for the next live show, so I'm going to broker the idea with Scott and see what he thinks about it. Oh my fucking... One of the reasons I was thinking about Richard Jack recently is because I've been playing a lot of my Dreamcast recently, and Metropolis Street Racer obviously is one of my favourite racing games. And the soundtrack for that game is pure... It's art. It's actually art. Like, Richard Jack is an artist capable of making some of the world's shittest music that still somehow gets stuck in your head for days. Years even. Like, there's harmonies in his music which I still have in my head years later. Every time, that bloody car. Right, I'm not going to make that. There's no way I'm going to make that, so I'm just going to go up the ramp. Oh, close. Sorry, I'm not doing a lot of talking here because I'm really concentrating. Oh my god! Johnny Dijon. Sonic R will haunt me till I die. I can't believe I waited 5 hours. 5 hours to install it on my PC. 5 hours. Holy shit. Did you buy the floppy disk version or something? Like what? How did it take 5 hours? I've only played Sonic R a few times actually, and it wasn't even on the Saturn. It was the GameCube Sonic Gems collection, which I've still got it, but it's not a good game. I remember when I was younger though, at Curry's, they had a Saturn set up so you could play, and the game they had was Sonic R. And I remember thinking at the time when I was wee, because I really loved Sonic back when I was wee, as you probably know already, that shit, this game's amazing, like 3D Sonic, holy shit. Like actual 3D Sonic, not just like isometric 3D Sonic. Because when I was wee I knew what isometric meant, because I was a big geek. More whiskey, I think. Just a wee bit. Right, come on. Can I pour it before the level starts?
Rolling. And action.
Action.
Get close and overtake. Overtake.
I really hope Jamie doesn't wake up through the night tonight, because I'm going to be in no state to change any nappies.
Overtake. Through the barrier. Back through the barrier.
Wait for that car, there we go. See, that's the thing about this game, is like, you learn the levels, you get better at them. Not quite good enough to overtake that fucking taxi there.
Scrape along bus. Squeeze past truck.
Restart. Restart. Wayne Catlin, I like a drop of ginger beer in my whiskey. I think I speak for everybody here, Wayne. Get out. Actually get out. Really? Like, actual proper single malt, beautiful Scotch whiskey? You put ginger beer in that beautiful, like, nectar of the gods that's taken, what, 8+ years to create, and you put ginger beer in it? I can understand putting a mixer in with your Jack Daniels or Jim Beam or whatever, but I'm hoping you're not talking about a nice beautiful single malt there. I'm not even a whiskey snob, and I know not to do that.
Overtake. Left bend. Scrape along bus. Squeeze past
It was like a gentle tap. A gentle loving tap against that bus.
overtake. Squeeze past truck. Through the barrier.
We're getting there, we're getting there.
Get close.
Oh!
Back through the barrier. Overtake.
Wrong side.
Into the back of the trailer and out.
Oofed. I'm surprised as you are, that went alright.
Through barrier and into building. Through the office.
Through the office. Oh. Right, I thought you could go through the drywall, but obviously not.
Onto the transporter.
Missed it. Scene failed. Try harder. Fucking hell. Raven Zombie and whiskey, no thanks. And rum though, lather me up. Rum's meant to be mixed. Wayne, I'm not fancy mate, it's only Jim Beam. Right, that's fine. You can mix Jim Beam with anything you want.
Rolling.
Actually, like a wee
Get close and overtake.
Southern Comfort with Coke. In fact, I drink Southern Comfort straight as well.
Overtake.
I know it's not quite the same, but you know what I mean.
Overtake.
I like rum as well though. Me and my wife, when we got married, we went on our honeymoon to Barbados and we went to the Mount Gay rum distillery. And I mean, I've always liked rum and coke, but they explained that if you drink a good rum, you know, it's like an aged rum, you can drink it straight. And I was like, no, you can't. But you can. It's really nice. I get absolutely layered that day though, because it was like 10 o'clock in the morning we did the tour. I don't know why we chose to do it at 10 o'clock in the morning. So we went in and we got a rum punch given to us, and we both drank ours because we both enjoyed it. But my wife doesn't really enjoy just straight rum that much, so all the rest of the tasters we got, I had to drink hers as well. So like by 11:30 in the morning, I was absolutely wasted.
Overtake. Overtake. Through the barrier.
Oh, straight into the bus. Right, I'm gonna get this scene done, folks. I'm gonna get this scene done. Fucking director. Like flagman sitting there taunting me. That should be a feature of whatever, if they ever make a sequel to this game. Flagman from Outrun should be the director. Standing there with his red t-shirt and his blue jeans and his cap on, just taunting you. Break dancing when you don't do the scene fast enough. Right, I'm just gonna miss that car again because there's no way I'm getting. There's no way. I don't know how you're meant to do that. It's impossible to be that fast at this. I'm sure I did it back in the day, but I was a younger man back then. Better driver. Whoa.
Squeeze past truck. Through the barrier. Get close. Back through the barrier. Overtake.
Kind of reminds me of the Raid, this. Raid 2, anyway. The car chase bit in that.
Into the back of the trailer and out.
Please don't flip. There we go.
Through barrier and into building. Through the office.
Right, this time remember to turn. There we go.
Onto the transporter.
Oh, we made it. We made it. We made it, folks. We made it. Right, I know you've watched me do that scene over and over and over again, but I'm afraid we're going to have to watch it back because I'm quite proud of myself. Let's view the replay. Let's catch up with the chat. Wayne, I had a banana rum in Barbados. It was surprisingly drinkable. Ah, sounds nice. Ravens Omelette. The weekend I proposed to my partner. We were up in Fort William. Went to the Nevis distillery at 11 AM and had gin tasting at 2 PM with the guy who makes Lochaber gin. I'm no gin drinker, but he found one that I now adore. That was also not a well thought out drinking experience in bed for 8 PM. At what point does the director look at a new stuntman? The entire new stuntman has in every film resulted in him flipping onto his back. So, I know. The director would have fired me 3 takes ago. Looks pretty cool, that scene, doesn't it? It's well shot. Oof! Probably could have done that faster. I could tell you some funny stories about drinking too much at Scottish Stag Do. Obviously I was the best man. We did a whiskey distillery tour, Auchentoshan distillery. It was about what, 12? Not noon we did it, but the guy, this old boy that was doing our tour, and he kind of caught wind of the fact that it was a stag do. So we got like way more free whiskey than we were meant to get on the tour, which was perfect for us because we were all loving it. But Scott, because he was a stag, he was just getting given so much whiskey that by the time, I mean this is probably poor planning on my part, but didn't have the table booked for dinner until like 6. So between the tour and dinner, like all we could really do was go to a pub and get bar snacks. So it was like popcorn and crisps and stuff. So by the time dinner came, Scott was actually so drunk that he couldn't actually eat anything. He just stood outside the toilet in the restaurant we were at, just like considering whether to go in and be sick or not. And he stood there for what seemed like an hour, Until finally, about 8:30, his dad was like, "Scott, I'll take you home." I don't know if it reflects well on me as the best man, letting the stag go home at 8:30, but it happened. I think me and Danny and Nickel and Jim ended up going to Nice and Sleazy's till like 2 o'clock in the morning that night. Next scene, folks. Blood Oath, scene 2.
This is a high-speed chase in high-performance cars through the confined spaces
Aye,
of
this is
downtown
obviously a Nissan GTR, but with a knockoff Audi label on it to avoid any sort of licensing
One of the
issues.
most complex sections, I need to drive up the back of a transporter and jump from the roofs of trucks. Then I have to clear a junction. I should shake my tail by clearing a water jump at the end.
I seem to remember this scene being pretty tricky, but it was also one of my favourites back when I had the game when I was younger, when I played it a lot.
Blood Oath, scene 28, take 1.
Here we go.
Add action. Left into the alley. Accelerate. Now speed reverse. Back cut, that's the wrong way.
Yeah, that is the wrong way. I was meant to speed reverse. What I did was slowly grind to a halt. Raven Zombie, right, back in a mode, don't do this in one take. Don't worry, Raven Zombie, I don't think there's much of a danger of that happening.
Take 2. Action. Left into the alley. Accelerate.
Yes, here we go.
Now speed reverse. Back into the car and accelerate away.
This is very Raid 2, this.
Swerve through the traffic.
Whoa!
Into the alley. Into the trash cans.
Oh, not very good, not very good, not very good.
Up the transporter. To the truck.
Oh, terrible.
Into the trash cans. Swerve through the traffic. Onto the sidewalk.
Oh, no, sorry, I have to restart. Raven Zombie hadn't even got off my seat. I know. That's what this game's all about though, isn't it? It's about
Take 3.
trying and retrying.
Action. Left into the alley. Accelerate. Now speed reverse.
Oh.
Back into the car and accelerate away.
It'll be fun watching that one back.
Swerve through the traffic.
Oh.
Left into the alley. Into the trash cans. Up the transporter. To the truck.
Wrecked it.
You wrecked the vehicle.
I did wreck the vehicle, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Flagman. I'm sorry. Johnny Dijon, I've been away for the last few minutes. Are we chasing something or being chased, or is it a nondescript drive around some corners? I think in this scene you're being chased by like lots of different cars, so that you'll go into an alleyway and then a car will appear, stuff like that.
Accelerate.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Now speed reverse. Back into the car and accelerate away. Swerve through the traffic.
Oh, the handbrake in this car makes it not very drifty, more like stop start. Oh, for fuck's sake. Stop starting.
Left into the alley.
Wouldn't see driving like that in the Fast and Furious, would
Into
you?
the trash cans.
By the way, I don't know if you've been on Twitter much, but Scott has been going through all the Fast and Furious movies recently. Now, I'm still not convinced. I've only ever seen the first half of, I think it was Tokyo Drift, and I thought, this is rotten. so I stopped watching it. But maybe I should give them a chance too, because Scott seems to be enjoying them quite a lot. Just made that one in the nick of time, that.
Left into the alley.
I think I need to hit some bins. There's a lot of hitting bins in this game.
Make the jump.
Right, okay, I meant to land in the flatbed. Okay,
And cut.
at least now we know. Grasser233. I'm surprised this game hasn't been rebooted for the latest consoles. I'm sure it sold well years ago. Well, we were saying Stuntman Ignition came out in the PS3, so that, I mean, there is scope for them making one for the PS4.
Accelerate.
Would be good.
Now speed reverse. Back into the
Johnny Dijon, I do enjoy when the full trailer appears to raise more questions than it answers. Yeah. I seem to remember the trailer for this one, there's like no driving scenes in the actual trailer. It's almost pointless that you even did any driving at all. Fucked it up, boys. Fucked it up. I've had a few too many whiskies now.
rolling.
Here we go.
Action. Left into the alley. Accelerate. Now speed reverse. Back into the car and accelerate away.
That wasn't really a speed reverse there, it was more of a gentleman's Sunday reverse. Fuck.
Cut. You knocked the camera.
I did knock the camera, I'm so sorry. Ethan all, I'm curious about your PS2 to HDMI setup, what you're using. Right, well, this is a setup. I've got a really good set of PS2 component cables which look really good on my modern flat screen beautiful telly. Right, because I was sick and tired of my PS2 looking like dog shit. So I got some component cables, right? But to stream with them, I needed to get a converter, so I bought this cheap ass component to HDMI converter off Amazon. Now, I think it looks okay, but it introduces quite a lot of, well, if you look carefully, there's quite a lot of artifacts and stuff. And also, sorry, fucked up. It's quite a lot of lag, so like I'd say about 4 or 5 frames of lag. That's what it feels like anyway. But I mean, see if you're just wanting something to look alright on your telly and you don't have component cables, I would say, or you don't have a component input on your telly, I'd say a component to HDMI converter will do the trick.
Back into the car and accelerate away.
If you're interested in this kind of thing though, one of my favourite YouTube channels that I've been watching a lot recently is My Life in Gaming. They've got this series of videos called RGB, where they kind of go through each console and they kind of go through like how to get the best video signal off each one. And for the PS2, they do say like you kind of have to accept that there's a certain look that PS2 games have, which is perfect for CRT tellies, but not very good for LCD tellies. But basically, you can either go RGB or component, and both are equally as valid as each other. I just went for component, just because it was I've got a telly that has component inputs and it looks quite nice.
Left into the alley.
Last week, however, I was playing the Dreamcast. Now, we were just using SD cables for that, but if you've got a Dreamcast, oh, I think that counts. Does that count?
And cut.
That counts. I'm going to watch that one back. If you've got a Dreamcast and you want the best possible signal off it, definitely recommend getting an Acura box, which is kind of like, it takes the VGA signal and transforms it into an HDMI signal. Now it's only for 480p, but it looks really, really, really nice. Beautiful landing, Harry. Yes, it was a beautiful landing. Sorry for all the geek chat there about video signals and stuff. It's just, that's the kind of thing that I like. I'm a video geek kind of guy. It's my career after all. It's annoying me to and almost... Oof! It's annoying me a bit too much how much, like, the fact that my car doesn't have a spoiler anymore. I don't know why that irritates me so much, but it's irritating me quite a lot. Oh, lovely. Back when I first played this game when I was wee, the replays were like my favourite part of the game. I just thought it was so cool that you could sit and watch it like it was a film scene, you know? Hey, if we're talking video geekery, by the way, the GameCube, I think they've actually cracked it and they've released a plug-in HDMI converter for the component output in the GameCube. So I'm actually considering being a fucking idiot and shelling out for one. Wait, Wayne Catlin, I've got Duck Hunt still sealed. I've been toying with the idea of selling it. Does anyone have any idea whatsoever it might be worth? I don't want to be part of it, but I've got absolutely no use for it. I've got no idea, to be honest. Duck Hunt, God, is it even playable nowadays? I mean, obviously, if you've got a CRT telly and you've got the zapper, then it'd be playable, but I think it would definitely be somebody who, like, more a specialist than just a sort of general collector, wouldn't it be? No idea, sorry Wayne. Raven Zombie used to do the same in Driver, play in free roam and see who can make the best film scene. Driver 3, director mode, mate, the best. I used to love just playing through Driver 3 and just doing some director stuff in it, making up my own wee film scenes. And then of course, because it's Driver 3 and it's made from like pieces of string and sellotape and held together by the goodwill of developers who have worked too hard. Director mode would forget, like it would just like run out of memory or something, and it would forget what half the scene actually happened. So you would play the game one way, and then for the first half of the scene, it'd be like exactly what you did, and then it would just like instantly snap. Everything would just like go completely wrong. It would just forget what it was meant to be doing, you know. All the tuk-tuk bits, I actually hate driving the tuk-tuks in this. And there's 2 fucking scenes. Sorry. I'm sorry, camera crew. This stuntman's rubbish, he keeps on injuring camera crew. Wayne Catlin had Final Fantasy 6 sealed as well, got 155 quid! Fucking hell.
Chase the tuk-tuk. Hit boxes. Close to the car. Left into alley, getting close.
I'm trying to think what games I've got that are worth anything. I did lose them. God, see the amount of games I used to have that were worth a lot of money and I ended up selling for a pittance because I knew nothing. I used to have Paper Mario back in the day for the N64. The one that I've got that I'm pretty sure is worth quite a lot is Project Justice, Rival Schools 2. Although it's not sealed, so, you know. I don't tend to keep my games sealed even if they're worth anything because I like just playing them. I like them. I can't resist else to play them. This is absolutely terrible. Right, don't use the handbrake on the tuk-tuk. That's the story. Yeah. Don't use the handbrake on the tuk-tuk. I was never a fan of the tuk-tuk levels, I'm sorry folks.
Chase the tuk-tuk. Hit boxes.
Soundtrack in this game is good, but it's been the same music for every level in this film so far, so could have done better there folks.
Getting close. Hit the boxes.
Right, we're doing a bit better this time. Not using the handbrake.
Hard left into market. Jump.
Why is there a ramp in the market?
Through the shop corner. Swerve through the traffic.
Oh. No. Oh. One tuck down.
Supposed to be giving chase.
I am supposed to be giving chase. Well noticed. Harry, any idea when the next podcast will be up? Well, next week, basically, we're aiming for the last week in each month to be when we do our magazines. And obviously when the magazine gets released, that's when the new podcasts go up as well. So, next week, end of next week, we're thinking that'll be when the new podcast will go up. If everything goes to plan. Basically, me and Scott are meeting next Tuesday to film a bunch of things. Finish off a few loose ends for the issue. I hope you're all enjoying the magazine thing, by the way. It was just an idea that we had just because we were just getting tired of having to... It was overwhelming having to sort of do the internet thing of like constantly keeping up with what was happening and, you know, try and be on, you know, release day for everything happening out and embargo day and all that kind of shit. Because we're not professionals, you know, we don't get paid for it. Well, we're not a full-time, this isn't a full-time thing for us, you know. So I hope you're all enjoying the magazine thing, the monthly release. We like it. We like the idea that every month there's something to look forward to, you know.
Hit boxes. Close to the car.
Oh no.
Left into alley. Getting close. Hit the boxes. Hit boxes. Hard left into market. Jump.
Over the single solitary ramp in the middle of the market. There for no reason whatsoever.
Shop corner.
I need to catch up with that tuck.
Swerve through the traffic.
Oh, I don't know if I can. There we go. No, not happening.
Cut. Keep up.
Raven Zombie. Glad you liked the magazine. I hope you all liked Arthur Cowslip's review of Shenmue the movie last issue. Arthur Cowslip is going to review more video game cutscenes as time goes on. I'm thinking the next time
Rolling.
we get him, he's going to review Metal Gear Solid 3, the movie, the one that came with the subsistence disc.
Hit boxes. Close to the car.
Of course, we're open to suggestions as well. If there's any other video game cutscenes, like video game cutscene movies that you would like Arthur Cowslip to review, let us know.
Hit the boxes. Hit boxes.
Arthur actually felt really bad reviewing Shenmue the movie because he absolutely hated it, but he didn't want to slate it because he knows how much I and many others like Shenmue. So he was quite diplomatic at the start of his review, talking about how the game obviously was a big step forward for video games and stuff.
Through the corridor. Left onto the road. Cut. Set it up again.
Terrible. Harry Egerton, are there any games you'd like to do a feature on, or something which are a bit out of the ordinary, i.e. games you wouldn't normally expect people to cover? Well, we're playing Stuntman right now, and I don't know how many people are playing Stuntman right now in the world. But as well as that, I was saying earlier, I'm hopefully making a wee video about Genki video games. They're the ones that made the Shotoku Battle series, or as it was known here, Tokyo Highway Challenge. I think that's going to hopefully be in the next issue next week. If not, it'll be the issue after that.
Left into alley. Getting close. Hit the boxes.
But yeah, stuff like that. I mean, that's the thing that, like, there's a lot of wee games that I've been into over the years, which nobody really talks about because I think I'm just into shite games, to be honest. Like,
Through the shop corner.
I would much rather spend my night playing Stuntman on the PS2 than I would playing, I don't know, Fortnite or whatever. I mean, you've seen me play Fortnite if you watched the video from issue 1. Like, you know how bad I am at it. And I don't know if that's more of a indictment of me or of like, video games as they are just now. But then, of course, you've also got beautiful, glorious Nintendo making absolute wonders like Captain Toad, which I'm reviewing for this month's issue. Spoiler, it's very good. Sorry, there's deep concentration happening right now. Go over the ramp.
Through the shop corner. Swerve through the traffic. Through the corridor. Left onto the road.
Oh my goodness. I'm never going to be able to do this. Pal and I were playing Broforce earlier. Have you ever played that? I reckon it'd be very funny watching you Scott play. I've played Broforce once. Scott had it on his Mac a couple of years ago. I think I might have played it for 5 minutes in heaven in its earlier incarnation in the podcast. But I might be talking pish there. Maybe we just played it together, just without recording it. But I remember it being really good. I liked how you could play as if I've got the right game. I don't know if maybe I'm talking about a different game, but you can play as like Judge Dredd and all that, can't you? And they've all got their own abilities. It was pretty cool. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely awful. Share the Imp. Captain Toad's still worth getting if you have the original. Depends how much you play your Wii U. I think they've replaced, from what I've gathered, the Wii U had bonus levels which were based on Mario 3D World. I think they've taken those out and replaced them with levels from Mario Odyssey, which are pretty cool. But obviously it's just a few levels. The main experience is still mostly the same. However, one thing I've gathered, I never played in Wii U, but the touch controls and all that, obviously they only really work when you're playing in handheld mode. See, when you're playing on the telly, you have to actually point at the screen, and you use a sort of, like not the Wii pointer, but you know what I mean, like the motion control to the point, which is fine, but it's not quite as intuitive as just touching the screen. If you still play your Wii U though, if you've still got it plugged into your telly like I have, and you've got Captain Toad, I would say give it a miss. Just play it in the Wii U instead. I don't know how many of you follow us on Twitter, but there's 87th Ross Fubister on Twitter. At 87th, he was saying that he thinks the 3DS version of Captain Toad is the one to go for. I just bought the Switch one because I play the Switch more, to be honest. But if you've got a 3DS and you still play it and you still got it out, then probably get it for that instead if you're interested. Right, this time we're going to turn left, Joe. Oh my fucking god, I'm never going to make this turn. Right, folks, listen. It's getting late, right? You know what we're going to do? I need to go to bed. What we're going to do is we are going to enter a cheat and we're going to play the last level of this game just to see if I can do it, alright? Just to see if I can do it. Does that sound alright? Because I mean it's midnight, come on. So I think what you do is you go to new game. And then you put your name in, instead of Lee, Binders, that's it, that's the one. So, but you have to put the letters in alternate capitals. I just want to see that, I want to see if I've still got it, you know, the ability to do the last level in this game, even after about 4 or 5 glasses of whiskey. I know I was saying the soundtrack in this game is good, and the soundtrack in this game is good during the films, but see the menu music is pretty fucking bad. There, you're a cheat, you've got the lot. Filmography. Open Holleran, Blood Oath, Conspiracy, that's the one with the fucking snowmobile. I was never going to do that one, I hated that one. That's the Indiana Jones one, and this is it, Live Twice for Tomorrow, the best. So, play game, so it was the chase, head on, moving target, stop the stealth jet, this is the one. Wayne Catlin, a cheat. Nowadays that's called DLC / microtransactions. You're right, it's pretty fucking bad nowadays. Used to be, back in the day, you bought a game, you put in a cheat, and you got to play the entire game. Nobody batted an eyelid. Nowadays you have to spend extra money.
This is the final climactic sequence of the entire movie. Crown has one last chance to stop Ursus from escaping with the Omega Circuit in his stealth jet. This is a frantic race against time. I end by crashing into the jet in mid-air, ejecting out in time on a parachute.
In this film, there's 2 scenes where the stand-in for James Bond like crashes his car into whatever vehicle's chasing him and jumps out at the last minute. Obviously, it's just his thing. That's what he does. Right, I've not played this level in years, so let's see how badly this goes.
Live twice. Scene 82. Take 1. And action. Through the cafe.
Mel. That way, Mel. We're going to do this, folks. We're going to do this.
Take 2. Action. Through the cafe. Under the truck and out the other side.
Oh. Nope, that's not right. Pretty hard this. It's pretty difficult.
Take 3. Action. Through the cafe.
I like the idea of like the big stunt at the end of a James Bond film being James Bond drives his car into a thing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What you got to remember is this game came out around about the same time. It was in the lead up to Die Another Day. So there's a lot of Die Another Day stuff in the sort of DVD extras in this game. So that was kind of the influence, that was the level of influence of James Bond in this game, is lots of stupid Die Another Day style shit. Oh, that was bad. Oofed. Not very good. Way too slow. My thumb's actually hurting from the amount I've been holding the X button to accelerate here. It's funny how you get used to using the triggers to accelerate, and then as soon as you play a game and you have to push the X button down as hard as you can, it actually hurts your thumb a wee bit. Right, this time we're going to get past the first third of the level. Oh, maybe not. Right, this time we're going to get past the first third of the level. Grasser, this is exactly how I remember it, i.e. rock hard. It's very, very precise, this level. I think the trick is to not crash. The trick is to take it easy a bit, not go full pelt all the time until you actually have to. Is it this one? Yeah. Oh my god. Definitely fired. You're right, Raven Zombie. I would be fired day one. Wayne Catlin, plus he's got half a litre of whiskey inside him. That makes me extra flammable, so if there's anything goes wrong in this scene and the car catches fire, then I'm a dead man. Let's hope my PS2 doesn't catch fire.
Under the truck and out the other side. Smash tables.
There.
Under the moving truck. Jump close to the diving board.
Oh my goodness, almost. Almost. Live Twice for Tomorrow is such a good Bond pastiche name.
Rolling.
If anything, that's probably an accurate look at stuntmen. I don't know how many stuntmen would actually be drunk on the job. However, it would probably help with the amount of pain they have to go through.
Under the truck and out the other side. Smash tables. Under the moving truck. Jump close to the diving board.
There. Oh, right.
Down the jetty after the jet. Handbrake 180.
Don't fall in the water.
Jump the harbor.
Oh, I don't know if I'm going to make this. Nope.
That's way too slow.
Oof, we were getting somewhere there. We were getting somewhere. This is like quintessential BitSocket here, like getting halfway through a game, then skipping to the end.
And rolling.
I mean, did you really want to stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning watching me play through the entire game? Not good. Grasser, good effort. It was a good effort. We almost got there. I think I just took it too easy when I got down on the jetty. I was like, time for a breather. Too much of a breather.
Rolling. Action. Through the cafe.
Oh, oh, hey, that was quite a cool wee corkscrew there. Wee barrel roll. Make Peppy here proud. Too bad I fucked it up afterwards, eh? Hey, we've been going for 2 hours. This is my longest stream I've ever done. For a guy who fucking hates streaming, I'm doing pretty well here, eh? I'm only joking, I don't hate streaming.
Through the cafe.
It's just that I really could do with some sleep right now. I need to sleep off this whiskey. Oh my god. We're going to get this, folks. We're going to get it. I was almost there that time a few tries ago. What did I hit there? Curb? Bloody Lamborghinis in the low clearance.
Cut. Too slow.
Barely too slow. Barely too slow. I hope you all enjoyed this, by the way. It's been really good fun sharing one of my favourite games with you. My favourite PS2 games, anyway.
Rolling. Action. Through the cafe.
I'm glad I finally got PS2 streaming working as well.
Under the truck and out the other side. Smash tables. Under the moving truck. Jump close to the diving board.
Yes. Oh,
Down the jetty after the jet.
killed a swimmer there almost.
Handbrake 180.
Oh, almost.
Jump the harbor.
No,
That was too
so
slow.
close. Raven Zombie, as I said, if you can find the sequel, give it a try. I really should. Like, if I love this game, I really should. I don't know why the hell I've not bothered my ass buying the Stuntman Ignition.
And rolling.
Do you know, is the PS2 version shite, or is it alright? Or am I better just getting the PS3 version? Because I know there's a PS2 version of Stuntman Ignition. What's weird is you can buy the PS2 version of Stuntman Ignition on the PS3 PSN store, right?
Smash tables.
But not the PS3 version. Why is that? Why would that be?
Under the moving truck.
Oh, fuck that one up there.
Rolling. Action.
I made a mistake. I made a mistake by making us do the last level. I should have just ended it at Blood Oath, eh? Chevy Imp, looking forward to the next stream. Stay BitSocket. Night all. Cheers, Chevy. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry if my
Rolling.
whiskey slash
Through the cafe.
tired vocal tones haven't ruined the stream for you. I'm not the most exciting when it comes to just speaking off the cuff. I'm better with a script.
Rolling.
Oh,
Action. Through the cafe. Under the truck and out the other side.
that was not the most Bond moment there.
Under the moving truck.
Wayne Catlin, what are you playing in the next stream? No idea. I need to have a wee think actually, because the whole point of my streams, the old Joe stream of Pish thing, is it's games from my youth, games that, you know, even though they might not be the most well reviewed, you know, they mean a lot to me, kind of thing. So we'll see. I'm not really sure what I'm going to play next. I'll have a wee think. Grass of 333 this again. I know, I'm so sorry. I was doing so well at the start, but that's what happens with this game. Is you fluke your way through to thinking you're all right, and then you realise actually you crash into a tree. Wayne Catlin, did you ever play Rogue Galaxy? No, I didn't. Now, it did appeal to me quite a lot when it first came out. I thought that looks like my kind of game. It kind of looked like Skies of Arcadia but in space. But even though I'm a big fan of JRPGs, and even though I'm a big fan of Ni no Kuni, which is made by Level 5, overall I don't like Level 5 JRPGs much. I always feel like there's too much to them. Like they just add more and more complexity to the game, like more finicky little things you have to worry about. So I never gave it a shot, I'm afraid. And I probably should fix that because it's meant to be amazing from what I've heard.
Jump close to the diving board. Down the jetty after the jet.
I might change that though, because that's one of the PS2 games that you can actually play, that you can buy on the PS4 store. So I don't know, I might give it a shot. We'll see. But I've got fuck all time for JRPGs right now.
Jump the harbor.
Especially seeing as Yakuza Kiwami 2 is coming out very soon. That's going to take up a lot of my time, as well as Fist of the North Star, and of course Shenmue 1 and 2 HD, which is coming out next month. We're planning on the next issue of BitSocket, not this one that's coming out next week, but the one next month in August. It's going to be a big Yakuza / Shenmue special, because Yakuza Kiwami 2 and Shenmue HDs, they're both out.
Rolling. Action. Through the cafe.
My wife was saying a couple of weeks ago that maybe we should kind of lay off the Yakuza stuff for a while. Then of course I said to her, there's a new Yakuza game coming out next month. After that though, we'll take it easy on Yakuza for a while, because I know that some of you are getting a bit tired of us for going on about Yakuza over and over again.
Rolling. And action.
Oh my god, this is just tainting me. I'd like to pretend I'm trying to do a nifty wee barrel roll at the start there, but it's just because I misjudged the first jump. It's 10 past midnight. I need my bed, folks.
Rolling.
I'm taking my boy to the cinema tomorrow morning, so I need to get up.
Through the cafe. Under the truck and out the other side. Smash tables.
Oh my fucking god. I want to end on a high, but I don't know how much I can take this.
And action.
This is sort of the meta joke of old Joe streamer Pish, is that I'm playing all the games that I love, right? However, it dawns on me that they're pretty bad. Raven Zombie, how do you find Jamie likes the cinema? My son's only 9 months, so I think it's a bit early yet. You know what? I've taken him. When was the first time I took Jamie to the pictures? It was only about a month ago, so he turned a year a couple of weeks ago. So it was just, he was just less than a year old. I took him to see Jurassic World, and he was fine. I mean, obviously he didn't watch the film, but we just kind of crawled around the place and played, and I kind of half watched the movie. But he had a good time. It was great. He fell asleep towards the end as well, which was quite nice. Then I got to watch the credits in peace. But since then, we've taken him to see. So I took him myself to see Jurassic World, but then a couple of weeks ago, me and Kim took him to see Ocean's 8, and he was great through that as well. So tomorrow it's the Grosvenor Cinema in Glasgow. They're showing The Incredibles 2. So I thought, perfect. I really want to see Incredibles 2. It's a baby screening, so for fuck's sake, that tree. So yeah, we'll go along. So we're going to take him to see The Incredibles 2, and obviously he won't really understand what's going on. The good thing is, because it's an animation, I think he might concentrate on it a bit more. I don't really like Jamie watching too much telly, but we do put on CBeebies now and again. Just a wee bit, not much. But we tend to watch Hey Dougie with him, and he loves Hey Dougie.
Under the truck and out the other side.
Right, listen, I'm going to say something right now. This is my last try because I need my bed. I actually need my bed right now. I hope you all enjoy the stream, and I hope you all cheer me on here for this, my last shot at Live Twice for Tomorrow. I'm going to take down the stealth jet,
Through the cafe.
or die trying.
Under the truck and out the other side. Smash tables. Under the moving truck. Jump close to the diving board. Down the jetty after the jet. Handbrake 180. Cut. You wrecked the vehicle.
Dead. Right. That's it. That's it. I'm sorry. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. I need to go to bed. Right, everybody, thanks for watching. It was really nice to share Stuntman, one of my favourite films, favourite games with you all. I'm also glad that the chat seems to have been going quite well today as well, because a lot of you got quite involved, so thanks very much for that. It means quite a lot. As I say, next week is when we're going to be releasing the next issue of BitSocket. So we're going to have the podcast, we're going to have a bonus podcast, and we're going to have an extra bonus podcast where me and Scott are going to be doing a DVD commentary of the Yakuza movie, so you get that to look forward to. Plus we got a couple of video reviews and a couple of other videos as well. So yep, thanks for watching everybody, and until next time, keep BitSocketing.